We know that. So first we will revise about the nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Then we will discuss the doubts in this sheet. Nature of roots. In short, first, if discriminant equals to 0 for ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. If discriminant equals to 0 means b square minus 4ac equals to 0. Roots are equal, or we can say only one root exists. Second case, if discriminant is greater than 0, roots are real and distinct, means two roots exist. And third, if discriminant is less than 0, then roots are not real. These three conditions we must keep in our mind to find the nature of roots of a quadratic equation. For example, in question 1a, it is written that comment on the nature of roots of the following equation. First equation 1a is 25x square minus 10x plus 2 equals to 0. So compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So a equals to 25, b equals to minus 10 and c equals to 2. Now if we find discriminant, it is b square minus 4ac, that is minus 10 whole square minus 4 into 25 into 2. Now minus 10 square is 100 minus 25 for the 100 to the 200. So it is minus 100, which is less than 0. So therefore roots are not real. This is the answer. Is that clear to you? Next, B. 2x square plus 8x plus 9 equals to 0 can be solved with the same method. C. X square minus ax minus b square equals to 0. Solve B and ask if you don't get it. Okay? Write in comment box if you have doubt in question number 1b. Now x square minus ax minus b square equals to 0. So compare with, now remember, whenever there are small a, small b, small c, etc. are in given question. So general form, in general form, we will write capital AX square plus capital BX plus capital C equals to 0. So it will be easy to compare the coefficients of x square in both. Coefficient of x square in general equation is capital A, and in given equation it is 1. So capital A equals to 1. Capital B means coefficient of small x in the general equation is capital B, while the coefficient of small x is minus A. Now capital C means constant term is minus b square. Now when we find the discriminant, so we know that discriminant equals to b square minus 4ac. So value of b is minus a, minus 4 into value of a is 1 into c is minus b square equals to a square minus minus plus 4b square. So if you look at this, a square is a positive number being a square, being square of a number. B square is also a positive number. So 4b square will also be a positive number. And sum of two positive number will always be a positive number. It means discriminant is strictly greater than 0. Discriminant is strictly greater than 0. Or it can be 0 also if A and B both are 0. A and B can be 0 also. So it can be equals to 0 also. It means that roots are real. They can be equal or they can be distinct also. They can be equal if A equals to B equals to 0. They can be distinct if one of A or B is non-zero. So when we get the discriminant A square plus 4B square, it means square of a number. So if you think about the square of a number, what it can be? It can either be greater than 0, or if A is 0, then it can be 0 also. Means A square can be greater than or equal to 0, and B square also can be strictly greater than 0 or can equal to 0 also, but it cannot be less than 0. Means it cannot be negative. Neither A square nor B square can be negative. Neither A square nor B square can be negative, and it means that either they are positive or they are equal to 0. It means their sum, if we multiply this all with 4 also, then also it is greater than 0. And if we add these two positive numbers, so their sum is either greater than 0, but if both are 0, then it can be equal to 0 also. It means, and this is the discriminant, it means discriminant is greater than equal to 0. And if discriminant is greater than 0 or equal to 0, then we say that its nature is roots are always real. Roots are always real. Now, if question arises, when can they be equal? They can be equal only when discriminant is 0. For the same question, if we discuss an extra condition, extra discussion, roots can be equal. So when can they be equal? They can be equal only if discriminant equals to 0, which is true when A square equals to 0 and B square is also equal to 0. When either A is 0 and either nahi, both must be certainly 0. A equals to 0 and B equals to 0. This is the extra discussion. This is not the part of our question. In our question, we have to comment on the nature of roots also, though this is the complete discussion actually. So roots are either distinct. Roots are distinct if A and B are non-zero, or roots are real if A and B are 0. As we have to discuss the nature, comment on the nature of roots. So we are discussing it completely. Roots are always real. They can be equal if A equals to B equals to 0. And they will be distinct. Only real can be distinct. They will be distinct if A is not equal to 0 or B is not equal to 0. Now, or means either A is non-zero or B is non-zero, or both are non-zero. Then they will be distinct. It doesn't compulsory that the both must be non-zeros simultaneously, but they must be zero simultaneously to make the equal roots. But for distinct roots, only one of them is non-zero, then also it's okay. They will have distinct roots. As in this question, we have to comment on the nature of the roots. So in your level, it is sufficient to write roots are always real. But if we have to discuss the nature of roots, so we must discuss if they are real, then they can be either equal or they can be distinct. So case 1, when can they be equal? Only if discriminant is 0, which is true only when A square equals to 0 and B square equals to 0. That is A is 0 and B is 0. Both are simultaneously 0. And they will be distinct only if either A is non-zero or B is non-zero, or both are non-zero. So this must be very clear in your mind about the quadratic equation. Now I think you all must have understood the meaning of nature of roots of a quadratic equation after this discussion. Next, question number 1D. No one has doubt. 1E. Very easy. We have to find only discriminant. If it is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. If it is greater than 0, roots are real and distinct. If it is less than 0, roots are non-real. You can find the value of discriminant by using b square minus 4ac only. Now prove that following equation have only one root. Means in these equations we have to find the discriminant. And if it is 0, then we write that equation has only one root and they must be. Okay. For example, if we discuss about 2a, very easy it is. Question number 2a is though written in the form of fractions 1 by 4x square plus 1 by 3x plus 1 by 9 equals to 0. So first convert it to normal form, simplest form. So LCM of 4, 3 and 9 is 4 9 ja 36. So 9x square plus 3 12 ja 12x plus 4 equals to 0. On cross multiplying, it gives 9x square plus 12x plus 4 equals to 0. So a equals to 9, which is the coefficient of x square, comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. b equals to 12, which is the coefficient of x. C equals to 4, which is the constant term, on comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. If you have any confusion, you can write this general equation every time you want to find the values of a, b and c. Then we find the discriminant d. So it is b square minus 4ac. Now b is 12 square minus 4 into value of a is 9 into value of c is 4. 12 square we all know 144 minus 4 4 the 16 9 is 144 and 144 minus 144 is 0. So we call that roots are equal, or we can also say that only one root exists. Some students ask me, what is the meaning of saying that equation have only one root? It means that roots are equal, they are coinciding. So this is the same thing, roots are equal or only one root exists. Otherwise, there will be two distinct roots. Then discriminant will be greater than 0. So for real roots, we have also discussed in this question, discriminant is either greater than 0 or equal to 0. If we combine first and second condition, discriminant is greater than equal to 0. You can also write it as the fourth condition for the nature of roots. If discriminant is greater than equal to 0, then roots are real. Means they can be either distinct or they can be either equal. Okay. Next, question number 3. For what value of k following equation has only one solution? So these questions are also giving the confusions to the students. In question number 3a, it is k minus 12 into x square. 3a, k minus 12 into x square plus 2 into k minus 12 into x plus 2 into k minus 12 into x plus 2 equals to 0. If we compare again it with ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. A will be coefficient of x square, that is k minus 12. B is coefficient of x, that is 2 into k minus 12. Don't open this bracket. C equals to 2. Now discriminant, as we have to check, as we have to find the value of k for which the roots are real and equal. Only equal is given. They can be equal only when only one solution means only one root, means roots are equal. They all are the same things. Roots are equal or only one root exists means discriminant must be 0. Okay. And you all must have understood this, that discriminant equals to b square minus 4ac, and for equal roots, that is for existence of one root, discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, must be 0. Now value of b, 2 into k minus 12. Write this completely inside the bracket. Is b square means 2 into k minus 12 whole square minus 4 into value of a is k minus 12 into value of c, 2, equals to 0. It implies, now I am solving this in this space. 4 into, don't expand, k minus 12 whole square, write only k minus 12 whole square minus 4 2s are 8 into k minus 12 equals to 0. It implies 4 is common in both, k minus 12 is common in both. So first bracket is left with only k minus 12 and next bracket is left with only minus 2 equals to 0. So no need to expand. Now 4 cannot be 0. So it cannot be removed, as we know that whenever the product of 3 is 0, so only any one of them must be 0, or 2 can be 0, or all 3 of them can be 0, but 4 cannot be 0. It means other 2 are 0. So k minus 12 into k minus 14 equals to 0 means either k equals to 12 or k equals to 40. But for a quadratic equation, always remember, for a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, a is non-zero, means coefficient of x square cannot be 0 for an equation to be a quadratic equation. Means coefficient of x square this time is k minus 12, means k minus 12 must not be 0, that is k is not equal to 12, which was the answer in our calculation. Means only one answer is correct, which is k equals to 14, and this answer is inadmissible. This answer is inadmissible. Its admission is not possible. So k equals to 14 is the value of k, which is making this equation to have only one root. Is that clear to you? So if you have any doubt in this theory, you can write in comment box. Okay.